friends, welcome back to another video of mine. So someone left me a comment recently saying how I should talk about why jammers quit Animal Jam, and the many reasons that come with them quitting the game, and my overall opinion and thoughts on it. And at first I wasn't so sure of doing a video, but honestly I think it's a pretty interesting topic to discuss. So that's what we'll be talking about. Why do people quit Animal Jam, and what are the reasons for it? I think it's pretty straightforward for the most part, but there are some things about quitting that you may not have even considered. Also, side note, if any of you quit Animal Jam, but you're still watching my videos, tell me in the comment section, because I know that some of you have quit and you're still here, which is really funny to think about. If that's the case, thank you so much for supporting me still. That means so much to me, you have no idea. Anyways, on to today's topic of people quitting Animal Jam. But before we fully begin, I just want to mention a giveaway that I'm hosting. It's for my black tip raccoon tail, and it will end when I reach 10,000 subscribers. Its video link is in my description and pinned comment section down below. So let's keep at it. I'm Leamonpuppy, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started with the video. Alright, so what is quitting Animal Jam exactly? Well, basically, it's when you have been playing Animal Jam for quite a while and you decide that you're ready to leave the game and its community for good. This means that you are done with the game, not that you are simply taking a small break from it or anything related to that, because a lot of people will try to say they're quitting and then just return back to the game later in the lines. It's not that you officially quit, you are just taking a short break from Animal Jam. And many people do take breaks, and it's fully understandable. Sometimes we have things in our lives that make it hard to be able to play the game, or possibly you just needed a mental break from the community. It's alright to take breaks now and then. It shouldn't be a bad thing at all. Anyways, back to the discussion of quitting Animal Jam. Some reasons why people will actually quit the game are because of age. You can honestly play Animal Jam at any age you really want. It's fine. I'm currently 17 playing it, and I feel totally good about the game. But there are some people that will get bored of the game as they get older, and that's very understandable as well. Everyone has their own age for when they do decide to quit the game, whether that's at 12 years old, or at 20 years old, or at 30 years old. We all can decide when we want to quit. Also, random side note, but there aren't many 30-year-olds that actually play Animal Jam, but there are a select few out there who still do play, so I wanted to include them in the example. It's likely that their kids play or something, and they ended up enjoying the game themselves. But anyways, I'm getting distracted here. What I was trying to say was that as jammers on the game get older, we gradually move on from Animal Jam, and thus will quit the game. Another reason is because of the overall community on the game. Now, I don't want to go over this too much, but it's a common stereotype that the Animal Jam community is toxic or terrible, and I have to disagree with that. I don't like that people are throwing everything and everyone into a category of being toxic. It really isn't true. Sure, maybe some people in our community are toxic, but it's not everyone. We tend to only notice the negative things in our life and not the positive, and I think that's why we get so blindsided by the community actually being toxic, because it really isn't. And let's be real here, every community or fandom has its negative sides to it, so let's keep that in mind, that it's not just Animal Jam. But even so, this is a reason why some people will quit Animal Jam. Maybe it's that they got caught in some drama, or a bad toxic fight with another jammer, someone possibly got scammed, or maybe even was the scammer. It is all random, but in the end of the day, it's the negative experiences that draw people away from the game, leading them to eventually quit completely. These are the main reasons as to why people will quit Animal Jam. Now I want to talk about the recent quitting. It seems like many people are quitting recently, and well, that's probably true. But it's also getting cancelled out too, and I'll quickly explain what this means. If you don't already know, sure, people do quit Animal Jam, but people also join Animal Jam at the same time. So even with all these jammers quitting, there are also new jammers who are joining the game for the first time. It's like the cycle of life, if that makes sense in any way. So really, it's not that the game is going to get more dead than it already is. As for new people will always be coming and slowly moving forwards to becoming fully involved members of the community. And don't think about the new players as inexperienced, because you were once just like them too. It's hard to see them become an experienced player, but it will happen with time. I mean, it happened to me and everyone else on the game, so don't worry too much about others quitting. It's just their time to leave, and you should keep on jamming on if you still love the game. That's my best advice for you. Also, last thing, many people who know others who will quit sort of expect them to trade away all their rares, and I kind of disagree with this, obviously. Yeah, I know they're quitting, but like, don't force them to trade you their betas and rares. What if they're indecisive and quit only to want to return to the game, and then all their items are gone because some jammers pressured them to give out their stuff? And that's just sad, and honestly, it's happened way too many times to people, or at least I always see it happen to other people. Also, maybe they won't come back, but I sort of believe that they honestly should keep the pixels on their account. They are rares and betas for a reason. A long time ago, they were in stores, many people bought them, but then many people quit the game, and in return it made those items rise in value and rarity. So when people quit with a lot of rares, it's just helping make those items more valuable and rare. And that's the whole reason why people want the rares, because they are uncommon and not seen a lot. I really don't see people taking the items with them as they quit as a bad thing at all. But of course, you can think whatever you want about that, and that's totally fine. And well, if the person is quitting and willingly wants to trade their betas and rares away to others, then that's obviously acceptable and valid. Totally go for it and make some jammers happy. Nothing wrong about that at all. I just think that if they are uncertain and not wanting to trade their stuff away, then they should keep them on their account, even if their friends really want them. But in the end of the day, it's up to the person. Just make sure that when you quit, or if you ever quit, that you're fully certain about it. Because guys, people will trade away their rares and betas and then return to the game again, wanting to play again. This happens so much, and it's really sad for the person coming back to the game. All the trading and time went to waste if you think about it that way. Unless you're okay with not having rares, then that's completely fine too. So that's kind of it for this video. I'm glad I actually talked about this. I didn't realize how much I'd actually enjoyed taking time to talk about jammers quitting Animal Jam. Also, by the way, I'm not planning on quitting anytime soon. I guess that I just love Animal Jam, and honestly, having a YouTube channel is super fun for me. I don't ever want to give that up. Well, not forever, but you get the point. Anyways, after this long discussion, I think I'll leave you with a question. What's your opinion on quitting Animal Jam? And why do you think people do it? I'd love to hear what you all have to say on that. It's been Leamonpuppy, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time.